Pascal, what are three things you want people to know about Zilliant?
Well, I think it's a great question. There's a lot of things I want people to know about Zilliant. Number one is, Zilliant was born in pricing, but we do a lot more than pricing now. Ultimately, Zilliant has the ability to help create value for our customers, whether that be through growing revenue or whether that be through improving profitability. Price is one of the strong tools that we have at our disposal, but it's not the only tool. And I think it's an amazing opportunity to showcase to our customers all the value that we can create with the tools. Number two, we're hiring. We're hiring a lot. And I want that to be number two, because the reality is I know a lot of other companies are not hiring. A lot of companies right now are actually pulling back. And for any of those individuals who have been impacted, I have empathy for you. I'm sorry for you, and maybe it's a good opportunity because we are hiring, we are growing. We need the right people to help share the message of Zilliant and to make sure that all of our customers around the world can get the benefit that Zilliant has to offer. And then third, an area of focus for us is, it's amazing to see what Zilliant can do for our companies, our customers. And the reality is, what I've been really fascinated by and what I've been really inspired by is people who have shared with me the ideas of what Zilliant can do for the world. How can we make an impact not only to our customers and to ourselves, but to those around us? And I think the reality is the tools, the offerings that we have a tremendous opportunity to make the world a better place. And I'm looking forward to finding a way to transform our business to be able to have such a big social impact.
Very interesting. And where do you expect the pricing market to go in the next 12 months?
Well, it's a great question. Pricing is hot. It's a topic, especially with inflation and everything that's going on. People realize they need the ability to control price and discounts and margins much more directly and at a much more higher frequency. They can't wait a year because inflation is changing so much. And so I think what's interesting is there are different tools involved in that process. CPQ is very good at execution of price. That's the execution arm. That is how salespeople can bring the price and the discounting and manage the conversation with customers. But it is not a price manager tool. It doesn't allow customers to manage prices. So we would like to think of Zilliant as the system of management. You manage your prices in one place at Zilliant, and then you can publish those prices to every tool that you need to publish it to in order to make sure that you have one consistent price model that is considering not only revenue growth, but also the margin and profitability. And the most common tool is a CPQ. So many of our customers architecturally manage their prices with Zilliant and are publishing those to the CPQ, or are using Zilliant in a real-time price engine model where they can call Zilliant to get the prices because the prices change often. Similarly, our price manager allows us to publish those prices to an ERP or to a commerce storefront or to a partner channel, for example, with distributors. Instead of having to manage those separately in the CPQ and in all their systems, you have the ability to manage it in one place and push it to wherever it needs to be pushed, so that no matter what way you're engaging customers, directly through reps, through partners, or through storefronts, they're always getting the right price, and you're able to properly manage your profitability and your growth.
Got it. Then the last one, what are the most common benefits Zilliant customers get from using your tools?
Well, I think we kind of covered it there. I mean, number one, it's visibility, knowing where you're at, where you stand from a profitability perspective. It's, especially when you have, again, things like inflation and supply chain, where the cost of some of the goods that you have may change quickly. So your margins change as a result. So being able to have a clear understanding of where you currently sit from a profitability, from a revenue perspective, and then being able to act on that, and being able to take it and actually quickly act on it. I think there's a lot of data, a lot of insights, a lot of intelligence related tools that provide you really pretty reports or pretty dashboards. But what they do not provide is the ability for you to act on it, to do something with it and do something with it quickly. And that is a benefit. What we're seeing, I had a company I was talking to last week where their pricing, because of inflation and the supplies, their pricing had to change almost 13 times in a 12-month period. But it took them 70 days to actually make the price changes across the systems. So you can imagine the math doesn't work out, right? How many price changes are they behind, and what that cost to them is. It could be, the cost could be margin loss, It could also be loss of business if they're not changing the price in real time. So the opportunity for them to actually have the visibility, intelligence, create those revenue scenarios, and then act on those in real time or near real time, right? Whatever frequency they need to run their business properly, those controls are so critical now more than ever.
Very cool. Hey, Pascal, thank you very much for being available to do that today. Thank you.
Frank, thank you. It's always a pleasure to be on your podcast, and I look forward to hearing not only this one, but also the future ones that you make. So look forward to it.